At some point I forgot I had them, and I'm like, what is this box? Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Veronica. I'm a part-time reseller and I sell primarily women's pre-loved fashion on the platforms Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, also on ThredUp and The RealReal. And in today's video, we're going to talk about my top 21 sales in 2021. And yes, today's video is another collab with Becky Park's YouTube Reseller Mentorship Group. I'm so excited to be part of this group. I have found so much support and guidance in the course and also from my fellow YouTubing resellers. So I will link everybody down below who's participating in this challenge so you can check out their videos. And if you're coming over from any of their videos, thank you so much for checking out my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you're having a good time, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. If it's red, turn it gray. I would love to have you here going into 2022 with lots more thrifting, sourcing, and unboxing content. I have all kinds of fun reseller content planned for this upcoming year, so I would love to have you here on my channel. And don't forget to hit that like button as well if you're having a good time. Okay, so top 21 sales of 2021. I will go over them. I have them on my spreadsheet to my left over here. So if I'm looking over there, that's why. And let's get started. I actually am starting off with a three-way tie between three items that all sold at the same price. 2 on Poshmark, 1 on eBay. So it's technically 23 items, but if you've been around, you know I don't always follow the rules, so tied for number 21 for my best sales this past year are the following three items. So we got this Lilly Pulitzer Darla flutter top in this Prosecco pink. I actually wore this in a video. If I find it, I will link it up above. But that one sold within a day of listing for $58 on Poshmark. And then tied with that, also sold at $58, is this Anna Sui, I don't know how to say her name, for Anthropology floral sheath dress that sold on eBay, again for $58. That was an international sale through the global shipping program, and that sold within 2 days of listing. And then the third item that's tied with the other two is this pair of Ray-Ban brown tortoise shell sunglasses that I got from a ThredUp fun box. If you're new here, I do a lot of ThredUp unboxing, so if that's the kind of content you're looking for, you've come to the right place. So again, those also sold for $58 on Poshmark, and those I had listed for about 2 weeks before they sold. So 3 very exciting sales. Now for the purpose of this video, I'm going by just the sales amount that an item sold for. I'm not factoring in cost of goods and such to determine which item made me the most profit. Some of these definitely gave me a larger profit than others. The Lilly Pulitzer top, for example, gave me a lower profit because it's a consignment item from my friend and we split everything 50-50. But I think it's important to just show you what these items sold for and feature them here so that you know what to be on the lookout for. I will say Lilly Pulitzer is going to come up a bunch of times in this list, and a lot of these items are consignment items. They're newer styles and larger sizes, and I found that those styles and sizes do particularly well for me. Old Lilly Pulitzer just sits and sits and sits. Okay, so in 20th place, an item that sold for $59, Lilly Pulitzer again. This Lilly Pulitzer Mabry midi dress in the pattern Flock Full of Fun, just a lightweight cotton summer dress that sold within a day of listing. Again, this came from my friend. This one was a size large, the other top was a size extra large, so again, larger sizes really do well. So it sold for $59 on Poshmark after a day of being listed. Then I have an exciting sale that just happened 2 days ago, and so I'm glad I waited to film this video because 3 out of those 21 sales are actually very recent sales for me. So the item in 19th place is this Lululemon Men's City Sweat tie-dye dark gray hoodie sweatshirt. This sold for $60 on Poshmark. That was an offer I received. I had it listed for $75, and this just sold a few days ago. I only had it listed for 4 days, so exciting quick flip as well. Oh, actually, we have a whole bunch of items that all sold for $60. So the next, I don't know, 5-6 items all sold for $60, but you will also see them over here. So next up, we got a pair of pants, specifically hunting bibs / overalls, but general category is pants. So this pair of Winchester Mossy Oak hunting bibs slash overalls, they were fleece lined. I got them from the bins. I don't know anything about hunting, and so I just figured, yeah, these might do okay. And then I listed them on Poshmark and Mercari, got some local offers on Poshmark, but they actually sold on Mercari for $60. That was with free shipping that I paid for. So again, my net profit on this item is probably a little bit lower than some of the other items, but also it sold on Mercari where the fees are really low. So sold for $60. I had this listed for about a month before it sold, so that was exciting as well. Relatively quick flip. My items usually sit for longer than that, so anytime I sell something within a couple of days or a couple of weeks, I'm very excited for that. Next up, we got one of my favorite items that I found, and I wish these would have been in my size and also that I could pull them off, but it's a good thing I can because they sold for full price. These Torrid new without box faux suede black heeled over the knee boots, they were gorgeous. I pulled them out of the bins. They were brand new. They were still tied together. You could tell they had not been worn. One of them still even had the paper in it, so you could tell that somebody tried one on and then just never wore them. So these I had listed for $60 and they sold for $60 on Poshmark, so that was an exciting sale. These I had listed for 3 days. So again, a lot of quick flips in here for my higher price sales, which is very exciting. Next up, okay, now this one is not a quick flip. I had this pair of Tory Burch shoes for a year, almost 11 months. So Tory Burch Marion gray quilted felt sneakers. They were so cute and so unassuming. I've pulled them out of the bins as well, and so average cost of goods was like $2 maybe, and nobody picked them up, and I wasn't sure if they were fake or not. The logo was the Tory Burch logo was very subtle on them, and I, had to research them and all of that, but they were real, and they sat, and I don't know why. They were so cute. Had these been my size, I would have kept them. They were very basic, but still, they're Tory Burch. So I remember relisting them at a higher price because I had price dropped them several times, and then once I relisted them, I think I got an offer. Yeah, I got an offer for $60 and they sold. So that was exciting. Another relatively quick flip, and these were also exciting, but these I paid up for because I knew they would do well, were these Everlane Day Loafers in chocolate brown. Leather loafers. I saw these at the thrift and I saw them kind of like from a slight distance. And I'm like, ooh, these look good. What are they? And I picked them up and I saw the Everlane logo and they were basically brand new. They were marked, I think, at $15, but I always average out my cost of goods. So my average cost of goods was around $6, I think, that day. So these Everlane loafers sold for $60 as well. And those I had listed for less than a month. So that was great. And then another $60 sale, the last one at $60. This was also something I had listed for a while, but it wasn't free to me, but I only had like 50 cents or so into it because I got this item from Nextdoor, and when I got free inventory from Nextdoor, a couple of people were like, well, it would be nice if you could pay us a certain amount per bag, and I said, sure, absolutely. So I had about 50 cents to $1 into this item. This Ralph Lauren 100% wool crown crested jacket. It was a petite size. I think that may have been one of the reasons why it sat a little bit longer. I think I had it listed for 70 or 75 and then it sold for $60 on eBay actually. So this again sold for $60. I had this for almost a year. It sold at the very beginning of 2021 and I had it since March or April of the previous year. So yeah, that one was sitting for quite some time, but I'm glad it sold for a good amount because I knew that those crown crest Ralph Lauren jackets can do really well. So I was excited to pull that out of a bag that I paid like $5 for I don't know how many items. So that was exciting. Next up, we got another sale. I lost count of where we're at this point. I'll put numbers down here as I'm showing these items, but it's a dress that sold on Poshmark as well. It's this Teri John for Ricki Freeman, or Ricki Freeman for Teri John. I forgot which way it goes. This brown and black halter cocktail dress with beading, really pretty. I found this at the regular thrift store. I'd never heard of the brand, but the label looked promising. I looked it up. It's like a $500 dress. Didn't think it would do well because with these dresses, sometimes people just don't know those brands, but also if you have somebody who specifically looks for that item, they will find it if you're using the right keywords, etc. And apparently I did. So I had this for about 3 months, 2.5 months, less than 3 months. This sold for full price on Poshmark for $65. So I was very excited for that. Beautiful dress. Had like a minor flaw. There was like 1 or 2 beads were missing, but it wasn't very noticeable. So really, really pretty. And if I remember correctly, when I looked up comps, a lot of them were listed for less than that or sold for less than that. So I was very happy with $65. I had about $4 or $5 into it. The next item was also a quick flip. These Rothy's The Knot Summer Sandals in black. First time finding Rothy's in the wild. I previously sold Rothy's once as a consignment item from a friend, but this time I had actually found them myself. They sold within 2 days back in July, and they sold for $65. So I was very, very excited for that sale. I, again, looked them over, researched them because I had never seen Rothy's in this particular style, but they were legit and the buyer was really happy with them. So again, Rothy's, I mentioned Rothy's in my BOLO brands that I would love to find in 2022, and Rothy's are a brand that I would like to find again. I found it previously and would like to find again because they still do well. And next up we got a $66 sale also on Poshmark, and that is a very recent sale as well from this past week. So just like it sold the same day as that Lululemon hooded sweatshirt. So these Burton Sapphire women's snowboard / ski boots, these sold after about a month and a week of being listed. Now I did source them earlier in the year from shopgoodwill.com and they were really affordable. I think they were just like $7-8, but I was being a dummy and I didn't look at the shipping cost, which came out to like $12. So I had about $20 into these boots, but again, they sold for $66. I initially had them listed for $75. I dropped the price at some point and then they sold for full price. So I'm still making a good profit. So after fees and cost of goods, I think I'm still making like $30-something on these. So it was definitely worth it. But yeah, when I saw that total, I was like, ooh. And the thing with Shop Goodwill is depending on what you're buying, but if you're buying their auction items, you place your bid and then if you win it, you're committed. You have to pay for it. You can't just back out. So I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, it paid off. I had these sitting for a while without being listed because I didn't bother to list them until later in the year. At some point I forgot I had them and I'm like, what is this box? Oh. I'm especially glad they sold because they were big and bulky and I did not want to move them with me to my new place. Okay, this next item sold just yesterday and I have to ship it out today. This pair of Pam Gela, I think that's how you say it, track pants. They were black and white and had this white tuxedo stripe and then a slit at the hem. I got these from Unclaimed Baggage, so I had about $7 into them and they sold for $75. I had them listed for $100. There was a lot of back and forth with this buyer. They started off with like $50 or $55 offer and I was like, no, you're gonna have to come up a little bit. These were new with tags, $200 pants, and Pam Gela I believe is still a pretty desirable brand. I did check the comms, I rechecked the comms before countering. They kept countering at like 60, 65, and I was like, no, 75, girlfriend. So eventually they bought them for 75. So I have to ship them out. But yes, again, very recent sale. I had these listed for about a month and a half. Now we're getting to some of the higher dollar sales very slowly. Again, I usually sell items in that $20 to $25 range. So all of these sales are exciting to me, but I'm sure we have other folks in this collab who have, a lot of sales for several $100. So that's totally cool. With clothing, it's hard to do if you don't really have a hookup to really desirable brands and high-end designer pieces. I do not, but every once in a while I find something great. So I found this caftan / robe, kind of like a house dress in like the satin pink color with floral print all over, and it's by the brand or designer Lejabi. I don't know if that's how you say it. Lejabi Paris for Neiman Marcus, and that sold back in May after being listed for about 2 weeks. This sold on eBay and it sold for $76. Had it listed for $90. Now these sort of like satiny house dresses, caftans, robes, I feel like they do really well depending on the brand. I have another one coming up here, I think, in a minute. I picked this up because I had found something similar previously and that sold really well and really fast. So it's definitely something that I would check out. If you're skipping the intimates and sleepwear section, maybe you shouldn't, because that's where I found that. It was beautiful in this hot pink color. I couldn't find an exact one like it, but I found a few that were selling higher, a few that were selling lower, that were similar. So very happy that this sold for $76 on eBay. One of my favorite items of this year, and I have to thank my friend Ellie Dell, who's always in the chats and in my comments, and who is going to be practically my new neighbor after I move. I have to thank her for this because we went thrifting together and she handed this dress to me and she's like, here, take it, list it. And I was like, are you sure? Because it was this ModCloth X Collective collab dress, new attack, the Isabella Rock dress with this checkered pattern. I was really excited that this sold before the holidays. I thought it was such a perfect holiday dress going into December. So this sold after a month of being listed for $80. It was a size 16 or extra large, something like that. It had a bazillion likes, and finally somebody bought it for $80. So I was very excited with that sale. Okay, another dress that sold, you might notice a pattern. There are quite a few dresses in here. Another dress that sold was this Hailey Page new with tag navy square neck gown with this back tie. Really, really beautiful. I actually sourced this from Poshmark, had about $8 into it. And it sold twice. It sold on eBay and they returned it saying it was too long. Even though when I got it back, I could tell they hadn't even taken it out of the bag. So buyer's remorse, I guess. When it initially sold on eBay, it sold for full price for $100. When I sold it again on Poshmark, I had sent out an offer for $80 and I had actually given free shipping. So much lower profit, but I'm still happy it sold. They really liked it. I had this for about 6 months. Great dress for a formal event, special occasion, which we may not have as many of right now. But when you find somebody who looks for that type of dress, bingo. Another favorite of mine this year, and not necessarily because of the high price point, although that's a good bonus, but just because I was so excited to find this brand twice this year for the first time. This Was Arges Blouse in yellow with this beautiful floral embroidery. This sold on eBay for $80. And this sold after about 2 months. I was surprised I had it that long, to be honest, because I have another sale in here for a Johnny Was piece that sold much faster. But yeah, that's fine. I was very happy with $80 on that one. So this Johnny Was piece and then the next two pieces, I found them all during the same thrift haul. It was probably the best thrift trip of my life so far. I posted a video about it. I also posted an update video to let you know how I did with that haul. Such great pieces. So the Johnny Was, and then I also found this Natori Dynasty Mandarin inspired print zip caftan. Again, the house dresses, the caftans. I always picture some really like wealthy lady who's just home all day and who's just in her caftan as she sips, you know, mimosas or whatever other drink she might have and walks through her mansion. I feel like that's my buyer for that, or somebody who wants to feel like that. So this Natori caftan sold for $80 on Poshmark, and it sold within less than 2 weeks of listing. So again, very, very exciting sale. And I think this one, yeah, it sold the same day as the other Johnny Was top that I also found on this trip, the Johnny Was Levana tunic top with this floral embroidery. Again, typical Johnny Was. That one sold for $90, and I had it again for about 11 days. Very, very exciting sales back to back, those two. I remember exactly when I got the sale notifications because it was the day I got my first COVID shot. And I came back to my car and I checked my phone. I was like, holy crap, I made 2 awesome sales. How cool is that? So again, that sold for $90, the Johnny Was. Okay, 3 more. This next one was also a consignment item, also a Lilly Pulitzer item. And this Lilly Pulitzer item or type of item, that one's a BOLO. It's not the dark and stormy printed dress pattern. If you're following North Coast Style on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. Those are super desirable and super rare. No, but this one was a Lilly Pulitzer swimsuit, a one-piece, a navy sway this way Palma swimsuit. This was listed for, I don't even want to say a day. It sold within hours for $95. That was my full price. It got so many likes immediately. It was a size 14. I'm sure that helped as well. Excellent condition from my friend. So again, we split the profit. But again, if you find a Lilly Pulitzer swimsuit, and especially in a plus size, pick that ish up, because $95 for a swimsuit, a pre-owned swimsuit, that's kind of crazy. I don't know what they retail for. I think only for like $120, $140 maybe. So that's really, really good. And then my 2 best sales of this past year and my favorite items to date. This first up, we got this ML Monique Lullier Calypso floral lace dress in a size 12. If you've been here for a minute, you may have seen me pull this out of a thredUP box and almost have a heart attack. I was so excited to find this. I had about $3 into it, and yeah, it sold for $199 full price sale on Poshmark. It had very minor flaws that were easily fixable, and the person was really happy with it. Sold within less than a month, so that was also very exciting. So yeah, ML Monique Lullier is the Fusion line, but this dress was still on the Bloomingdale's website, I think, for like $400, so super exciting. And then my favorite find ever, probably, and also my highest sale ever, not just for 2021, but I've only been reselling for 2 years, but these are my best sales. These last 3, my highest sales ever. This Christian LaCroix embroidered rose gold full skirt that I found at the bins. Beautiful skirt, passed over by everybody else. I was like, what is happening? This is gorgeous. Saw the label, didn't really know much about the designer, but looked him up and saw this skirt listed for like $500, I think, on eBay by somebody else. Listed, not sold. I listed mine for $350, and then I got an offer relatively quickly, within like 3 weeks of listing it, for $200. And you bet I took that offer because I had $1 into it. It was super lightweight. It didn't feel expensive. It looked super cute, but it didn't feel expensive. So that was also a sale that went through the global shipping program. And yes, $200. So my best sale ever, together with the Monique Lullier. I mean, they just differ by $1. But so excited for both of these sales, and really any of these sales on this list that I shared with you today. I really hope that I'll be able to find similar and better pieces maybe in 2022, and it's going to be real interesting to look back next year and see what my high price sales were. I will say some of my favorite sales of this year that were really quick flips or just really unique items are not on this list because they didn't sell for quite as much, but I still absolutely love them and remember them. But just going by the price that they sold for, those are my top 21/23 sales of the year 2022. I hope you guys learned maybe something new, picked up a few new brand names to look out for, and yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this collab. I hope you're enjoying all the videos and that you check them all out in the description below. They're all linked. If the videos are not linked, the channels will be linked, so just look for the latest video out there. And yeah, I'm really curious to see everybody else's top 21 sales of 2021. Becky, as always, thank you so much for putting this challenge together and for all your support that you continue to give all of us. We really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in this group so much. And thank you guys for continuously collabing on these little projects that we have on YouTube. I will see you guys tomorrow for my last video of 2021. It's also a collab, but not on a grand scale. And if you're here for the ThredUp fun, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a ThredUp fun box unboxing together with my friend Kay, Passports and Pizza Pies, and you don't want to miss it because we're going to find out who had more fun in their fun box. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm really trying to climb up there to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm getting very close. I know I'm not going to hit it in 2021, but maybe we can start off 2022 with 1,000 subscribers. That would be really exciting. I'm so happy that you guys chose to spend some time with me today, and I will see you soon. Cheers!